Hello everyone, welcome again to class 11 information practices getting started with Python part 2. In the second part we will learn how to install Python and working in Python idle. In last video we learned about the basics of Python as an introduction, and today we will see how to install Python and how to proceed writing programs in Python. So let's see working in Python. Before we start working in a Python, we need to install a Python on our computer, and there are multiple Python distribution available today. So as we have learned in the last class, there are multiple Python distribution available. That is, first is the default installation available from www.python.org, and this is called CPython installation and comes with Python interpreter, Python idle, that is Python GUI, and PIP, that is the package installer. The second way is by using the other Python distributions like Anaconda Python distribution, which is highly recommended and comes with many preloaded packages and libraries. For example, NumPy, SciencePy, Pandas library, etc. And the third way is by using the popular IDEs, that is integrated development environments, available. For example, the Spider IDE, PyCharm IDE, etc. Today in this video we'll see how to install Python by using the first method, that is the default installation available from python.org, that is called the CPython. We'll directly see how to install the Python. So to install Python, open any web browsers like Chrome or Internet Explorer and open python.org. When you open the python.org, the python.org, that Python site will open and get downloads. Under the downloads you will get the latest version of the Python, and now the latest version is Python 3.8.3. You can click on Python 3.8.3. when you click on the downloads, you will get the different platforms like Windows, Mac and other platforms. So if you are using the Windows operating system, click on the Windows, and you can see here there is a list of Python releases available. If you want to install the latest version, so see the latest version available here also. So Python 3.8.3, just click on it. The Python installer will get downloaded. The Python installer will start to download. It will take a little time. I have already downloaded it, so I will use that installer. I have already downloaded Python 3.8.3. Now I will directly install it. So just double click on this installer. Just minimize every one dialog box will open. It will ask to run. Just click on run. When we proceed, the next dialog box will open. That will show an option to install now. Second option is customize installation, and at the bottom you can see two checkboxes are there. Either you can go for the default installation also, and you can customize also. So better we can use the customize installation, and don't forget to select this option, that is add Python 3.8 to the path. Python has to be set up in the environment, so better we can check it from here itself. After it you can go either for the install now or go to the customize. So it is better to go for the customize so that it can be easily accessible the Python folder. So you can see here there is a optional features, documentation, PIP, TCL, TK. This is other libraries. We will learn about these libraries later on, and there is a PyLauncher is also there, and click on the next. After that there is some advanced features are there. That is, if your computer have 2 or more users, you can just select install for all users. Now you can see here the Python is going to the C drive, and if you want to install somewhere else, you can click here. For example, I am just selecting the C drive. That will be easy for me to access it. So I will select only C drive. Now the path will be changed. You can see here like this. And better is you just create a folder here, Python / and you write again Python, and for example your version is 3.8.3, so put the version also 3.8.3 and just click on install. Now it will start installation and it will take a little time, and while the installation is going on, let's see how to work in this default Python distribution. The default distribution CPython comes with a Python interpreter, Python idle that is GUI based, and PIP that is the package installer that we have discussed earlier. So to work in an interactive as well as the script mode, we need to open the Python idle. So one thing you remember, there is a two way to work in a CPython. One is the interactive way and second is the script mode. Let it be installed, then we will start it. It is taking little time, just have a patience. Now you can see installation is successful. Now close it. Now we can open the Python. You can click here. You can see here in start there is a Python 3.8. So just click on here Python. This is you can write the Python command from here also. For example, I am writing print print in I'm writing hello world. Now press enter. You can get the message hello world like this, like a command prompt itself. Now we will use Python idle. So to use the Python idle, you can just click here. Go to the Python start. You can see here Python. I have 3.7 also. I have 3.8. Just now I have installed it. So click on a 3.8. You can see these options. There is a Python idle. This is a GUI Python. This is Python. This is a console Python. And this is Python manuals are there. You can go through it. And Python 3.8 module docs are there. So for our purpose, this is Python idle. So we will open this Python idle, that is a GUI Python in Python. So this is GUI Python. Just open it. Now you can see here Python 3.83 shell. You can see on the title bar. So this is you can see here the prompt is coming. So this view is a interactive mode of Python idle. So this is called the interactive mode. Why it is called interactive mode? Whatever we give the command here, the Python interpreter will return the answer on this screen itself. We don't need to save it. For example, I'm writing 2 plus 5. I'm getting the answer 7. Just now I'm getting the answer here itself. This is the interactive mode. So interactive mode of working means you type the command, one command at a time, and the Python execute the given command there and then and give you the output. In interactive mode, you type the command in front of the Python command prompt. This is 3 greater than sign is called prompt, that is Python command prompt. For example, I am writing 6 plus 5 plus 6, so I am getting 17. Now similarly, I am going to check 78 is greater than 10, so I am getting true. So this way we can perform the arithmetic operations also, we can perform logical operations also here. So to work in an interactive mode, I show you how to work in an interactive. Once again I will close it and you can open it. So to work in an interactive mode, just open here and you can write either type here Python on the start itself. You will get the idle option there, idle 3.7 also 3.8. So I have to use Python 3.8. So open Python 3.8. So once the Python 3.8 is open, so default mode of Python is interactive mode. So this is the interactive mode that I have explained. What about the script mode? So let's see the script mode. If you want to save the Python program, then we have to use the script mode. So in script mode, we can create the Python file to see all the output lines together rather than line by line between the successive command. Let's see how to open the script mode. So to open the script mode, click on the file. You will get the new file. So this is like a notepad. You can see here untitled, like a notepad it is here. So this is a script mode of Python idle. In the script mode, we can write all the commands together and execute it as a single file. Here we can save the files and Python execute this script file as one module. A script mode have certain advantages over interactive mode. The first advantage is, in interactive mode we does not save the command entered by the user in the form of program, whereas in script mode we can save all the command entered by the user in the form of program. The second advantage of the script is, interactive mode all the outputs are in between the programs itself, that is the output is sandwiched between the commands line. But in script mode we get the output at the last after the execution of the whole program. So script mode is used to create a module, script or program in Python. Let's see once again. To open the script mode we have to go to the file. Under the file we will get a new file. Click on the new file. Window like a notepad will open, and this is a script mode window or script mode, and in this script mode we can write the program. For example, I am showing you, I am writing a 2-line message. Let's see. For example, I am writing print hello world, the first line message, and second I am writing print Python is an interesting language, programming language. So I have written a 2 messages, and now what I will do, you can see here I am not getting the output just after writing the code itself. So for the output I have to save this file and then run this file. So let's see, I will save this file, and the Python file will be saved with the extension .py. So I am saving this file like example. You just give the example, it will automatically take the extension as .py. I will show you, and just click save. Now the file has been saved. You can see in the title bar you can see example.py. So py, automatically the Python will give the extension to the file, that is py extension. Now to run this you can click on the run or simply press F5 also. Just click it here. Now it will execute and you will get the output on the interactive mode. You can see here on the interactive window you will get the output. So you can see your code is on the script mode. You can see here your program is on the script mode and you are getting the output on some other window. So this way we can create the program, and this file will be saved for the later future use also, but this is not possible in the interactive mode. So this is the difference between the script mode and interactive mode. I request you all to download the Python and install in your computer or PC. If you don't have the computer or laptops, so you don't have to worry. A Python interpreter is also available for the mobile phones. If you have the Android phone, you can download the Python app. I will tell you the Python app name also. For the Android app you can use PyDroid 3, that is Python interpreter for the mobile phones. Next class I will show you how to download the Anaconda Python distribution, and along with that we will start learning the Python programming with some basics command. So till then, stay home, stay safe. Thank you.